One of the things that came out of Cabinet today as well was the ratification of a paper that we brought just last week in relation to Bawden's Bridge. I know many persons in the St. Andrew district, and in particular my parliamentary secretary, have been asking for quite some time about the Bawden's Bridge. We had previously brought it to Cabinet, and at the time we were looking at a precast structure to be able to start the works on the bridge. There were some variations that had to be made to the design. I think everybody is well aware that the Scotland district is not a straightforward district to work in. As a result, we had made some variations. There were some increases in the cost, about 50,000 extra, to be able to make the necessary accommodations. And having had all of the designs put in place, speaking with the contractors, we are now at that stage where we've given approval for the commencement of the works for the Bawden's Bridge in the parish of St. Andrew. Members of the media and the public would recall that, I think it was last year, we would have had to close the area and created a temporary bridge. We also then reopened the bridge after doing some works in the area to ensure that our buses could traverse the community, because we recognize obviously that the St. Andrew district has several bridges that connect from one area to the next, and one of the major challenges that the people of the parish were experiencing, and people traversing through the parish, was having to take longer distances to get to and from their homes or even to and from their businesses. And we wanted a temporary solution at the time, while at the same time working on finding a more permanent solution. And I just want to reiterate that while the issue of bridges, I think, is in the forefront of people's minds, it is also on the forefront of the government's minds as well. And I can tell you that, you know, we've been working not just on Bawden's, we have been working on the Pike Corner Bridge. We visited Pike Corner just last week with the entire team. My permanent secretary is new to the ministry, so we wanted to give him as well a better understanding of the challenges there. That bridge is about 60% complete. It has taken a little while to come to completion, but we are awaiting some equipment and some parts through the Ministry of Housing, whose steel benders have been working very closely with us to be able to assist the ministry to complete those works. Those who visit Pike Corner will see that the clearing of the area has started. It was overgrown with bush for some time, but we actually have started to accelerate the process of getting that particular site back in motion, and I'm hopeful that the Ministry of Housing should be in a position to get the equipment up and running very shortly to allow us to start back the Pike Corner area. There are also some other areas that have, certainly from the time I became minister, have been on the tips of everyone's tongues. The Fruitful Hill area, that particular bridge has been of concern. We've been able to start back the Fruitful Hill area. We were able to deploy a number of Gabion workers onto the site. The designs are ongoing in terms of the layouts of the lands to ensure that the area is safe, and those teams have started back on the site. Obviously, there were some challenges we had at all of the locations in relation to gabions. Gabions were not easily accessible, particularly during the COVID period. And even after COVID, we still had challenges in terms of getting a lot of the materials into the country.